This is what it's like covering an election in South Korea. My translator and fixer Eula is the unsung hero. She's with me the whole time, and honestly, I wouldn't be able to do the job without her. Political culture in South Korea is so fun and exciting. People here love to rally and they are quick to protest when they're unhappy about something. Young people were even dancing in groups in the street last night after the election result was announced. So, the election result. Democratic Party leader Lee Jae-myung is now South Korea's president, and he's literally already in the top job because there's been 3 different acting presidents since the old impeached leader Yoon Song-yeol was removed a few months ago. So President Lee is jumping straight into things. It's like if you did a job interview at a cafe and had to start making the coffees as soon as it was over. But the coffee is being the president of South Korea. I think this guy needs a coffee. It's been a big week. The inauguration was so rushed that there was even supposed to be some kind of parade here outside the National Assembly, but it just got cancelled. But supporters of the president have also turned out to watch his inauguration, and they are thrilled. It's been a really intense 6 months for South Korea. When President Yoon declared martial law, it wasn't clear how rough things could get for civilians. If you don't know, martial law basically suspends people's usual legal rights and replaces them with military rule. So obviously it's a scary situation to be in. But martial law literally lasted about 6 hours before the president had to backtrack and scrap it. If he's found guilty of insurrection, he could be jailed for life or even face the death penalty, which to be clear is pretty unlikely. But the declaration of martial law wasn't some one-off event. It happened back in 1979 after South Korea's 3rd president was assassinated. Before election night, I spoke to Soh Hae-un, a retired teacher who was a young man when martial law was declared. He was understandably pretty shocked to see history repeat itself last December.
It still leaves me as a trauma. I felt just speechless, He was blaming everything on the opposition party, which just doesn't make sense, and even that lacks the consent of the people. I think Korean people are just wonderful. We've endured all those economic difficulties, including those political ones in recent months, and looking for the better days.